AKAPADers. Holy crap, we're live. I didn't think I could do it today. I had to wake up early because we're hitting a yard fest, like a porch comic book show. Some dude annually he sells his collection via his porch. It's a big Facebook thing. We're heading there, but I had to wake up, take a shower, get ready, get cleaned up, go work out, get yourself some hot coffee, and we're here. The countdown has begun, though. So, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, this might be a limited stream, but I felt like let's just hang out because we haven't hung out all week, and I've been so wrapped up in doing all of these other things all week. And I've ignored my AKA padders on these various networks. Doing Starscream here. Starscream shooting off his missiles at the Hoover Dam to free the Megatron. You guys know. You guys know this scene. This is one of the most pivotal scenes in Transformers lore and mythology. Gotta say it. Gotta say it. Right? I mean, can you guys think of a bigger moment when Megatron is free? I can't. Well, maybe when Bumblebee reveals himself to Sam. But that wasn't like something that we were expecting. That was like more like that was great once we got it. But like this is way different. When you were watching this movie, like this scene, like this moment, it really was like highly anticipated. You just kind of wanted to be there. Like you wanted they teased Megatron so well in the beginning of that movie or this movie. I don't know. The Megatron tease though, like really should have been the opening of the movie. But for this sketchbook, that's why we put Archibald with Wiki in the beginning. I just feel like it just fits, and it's different enough. Like it's almost like some of this sketchbook. It's almost like a special edition edit. But cheers, guys! Get yourself some coffee. Let me just get into rhythm. We'll do some of this. Like I'll flip through some of this so you guys can catch up on it. Because we do have updates. Here we go. Guys, just getting the shape of one Starscream is tough. And his wings like fold up and over. Like we still have to do those. All right, guys, got to send a text message just as a reminder. Starscream. Yo, Walrus, what's up, dude? Walrus. Hey, Walrus. Before I answer that, I just had to say, dude. Thank you. Look, I get it, but thank you so much for the comments. I know how much time it takes. And no, Walrus, I'm not a freelance artist. I classify what I do as free. This is like practice. Not practice. A little bit of a obsession. Like, for example, we're right here. We're drawing the entire Transformers 2007 movie, and when I work on sketchbooks, I make them into a like completed book, as if they came from a publisher. So we have like like a contents page, and we have kind of like insert art. But yeah, I'm working on this. This was for March of Robots. Every single year, I do a March of Robots sketchbook, all that fun stuff, right? Like we do that. I do Inktober. The original one that I have is Sanuary, where every year I produce my own comic book live. This year, a lot's come up, so I'm even behind on January's work. But no. When it comes to me being an artist, look, I find projects, I collaborate with people, and I just like want to get the work done, if that makes any sense. For context, the one book right here that I've been working on, not book, well, maybe it's a book now, but it's a Cosmocat, and Cosmocat's a golden age public domain character. This is going to be included in a public domain anthology. Again, no cost to the organizer, the publisher, or to the editorial team. I believe there's 6 to 8 stories in this. This is bled off into like another project though already. So I'm working with the guy on this. But no, we just sit down and draw Walrus, and like, so a part of like, again, like I know where you're coming at me from, like just as of like how how I popped up on your radar. So it's really I don't know, like some of it's just like put your money where your mouth is. There's points of view that I have that I know other people don't. So it's just stuff like that, bud. Yeah. So part of this year's project, Jason, or projects, is to get a run of my sketchbooks and like kind of like compilations of previously published work available for free on Amazon, or like, are we calling it Kindle, or we right, because Comic Xology kind of folded into Kindle. I'm a little confused about that. But to get like more work available like for free, and also like on AKAPAD.com. A couple plugin issues, but I'm working out the kinks to where you can go to AKAPAD.com, and you'll get like a virtual like flip through, if that makes any sense, and you can flip through the pages live via web browser, stuff like that, and there's just always something cooking. But when it comes to the 9 to 5, the day job, because I do get asked, people kind of want to know frequently, is, I'm a IT guy. I work in Philadelphia, PA. I work, I've been with IT, or with this one, I'll call it even project, for about 10 years now, maybe a little bit longer. But I got into IT through web development, and there's a whole story around that. Like basically just around, like how I learned or kind of picked up the trade of information technology. via being a website developer. And I say web developer because at the time, some of the like contract wise, there was Active Directory and those things. So that's more like just web development, not website. Even though I guess some of Active, you can classify some of Active Directory running through website. Anyway, with all that. But dude, your time is valuable. I appreciate every little thing, dude. I know it's like just to even like write a comment to pop in here and just like chit chat. It takes time, dude, and time is money, and you're basically giving me money right now, so I do appreciate it. Jason, real quick, what are your thoughts on the Batman Forever Batmobile? I think this is the greatest Batmobile ever designed. I don't know. And I am on the outskirts when it comes to that one. Just to catch up, Micron pen, Pentel brush pen, and all systems are go at that point. I kind of got into the brush pen off of like years ago when I saw people posting stuff from it, and it blew my mind what people were achieving via brush pen, and I kind of at that point just committed to learning it, and I still don't feel like I'm ever there when it comes to like the work that kind of like lit my fire. But Jay too, if you have a comic book idea, like, dude, like I want to hear it. Yeah, a lot of people that pop in always have like little projects like that happen, and I think that's a little bit of the crisscross. Like the people that find me, they're also just like, you're like I guess like part-time hobbyists. I guess we could classify it. Which is again like amazing. Yeah, dude, like it's solid point, Jason. I talk about this a little bit on like I just recorded like a quick pickup episode for like Fast and Furious 8, and the one that's titled Fate of the Furious. And like my baseline for that is I couldn't remember, that movie came out in 2017. Like I couldn't remember the plot, and I didn't remember the hook to turn Vin Diesel evil, like that sort of thing. And I really could not, I couldn't think, like I couldn't come to terms with Charlize Theron, like how she came about, why was she important, what was she trying to do, like her whole character, we'll say. And so like years go by, right? I watch like number 9. I love number 9. Just watched 10. I love number 10. And it's just funny where like sometimes like you think you watched the movie and you really like in a larger sense you haven't, if you like if you can't answer like basic questions about the movie, and your impression of the movie could be positive or negative, but it's like the overall idea of like how quickly things can move down the memory hole. So I rewatched it, and it was almost like I was watching the movie for the first time, like all over again. And the point I'm getting at is I had a very similar experience with Batman Forever, where like I just couldn't recall like why the movie was bad, so like supposedly in quotes, where the movie broke. Another big question, right? I always push back with that. Like if you say a movie stinks, or you say something's like unworthy, like where does it break? That's a tough question for a lot of people to answer. Most people don't even think you know, with on movies and comics and like on those terms. But no, and I don't know, like, and so that kind of led right into Batman and Robin, where I was like, why do I hate this one now? And had like a similar experience. So like for a little bit of my little movie talks, we'll call it, like like I'm not afraid to go back into movies. And I think so many people are like that kind of do commentary on that, because like once you hate something, like you're supposed to hate it for life. It's such a weird thing. And I don't know. Like I don't think that's healthy. I think our perception changes. I think what we were anticipating from some of this stuff shifts. I think there's a little bit of a baseline that what we think was important is not. And I think you get that in life. You get that. It's just like sometimes as you get older, there's a lot that just becomes meaningless. But I tried like a few times though to kind of have a similar lens via Matrix and Star Wars prequels, and like with different effects. Like if I've grown to really appreciate the Matrix sequels. I really have. But there's still like a excitement factor that the Matrix movies do not have. And it's tough because like that first movie, like what do you do? Like that movie is like so freaking perfect. Like what do you do? I would say like throughout the years too, like something like Blade 2 or Blade Blood Pact has become more of my Blade movie. I always considered it a worthy sequel, but for me now, it's like that's like the Blade. There's so much about that movie that I freaking just love. But like our perceptions change, our opinions change, and I think that's a good thing. Just putting some delicate blacks in here to kind of. So a lot of times, like you go back and forth between like thick and thin. So like a little bit of the way how like I'm reading it is the reason why we toggle between thick and thin, and that's really what these represent. Is that we establish silhouette, we establish detail when kind of working small, right? We can do that here, but then we're also adding variation with this, and that's the difference. Like the physical difference between these two tips is everything that makes your eye believe that this is like real and this is existing on the page, because it's variation and it's like chaos almost, and you have to work chaos into your artwork. Yeah, I mean, like it's there, Jason. Like I had like there's a potential like video I've been flirting with. Um, like what was like the better summer? The 1989 Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman, right? Like everyone as of right now makes that into like this idol, right? But then there's no the lessons learned from that movie translated into Warren Beatty's Dick Tracy. Same composer, right? A lot of the same production guys. But the media rollout, the merchandise rollout, far superior. Like it's not even close. Where like the action figures look better. Everything was yellow. Like the only advantage that '89 Pac-Man Summer had over Dick Tracy was maybe like McDonald's, like like a Happy Meal like promotion. But I really don't. No, there was none. I take that back. But no, and it's just funny where like things get pumped up. Like I call it like pumping the stock. And it's so interesting because we're told sometimes that things are great and things are cool and things were like this. But I really feel like a lot of the vision that people had of what that summer was like when that movie dropped, they're thinking of Batman Returns, and they're kind of like the excitement went from Batman to Dick Tracy, which is same type of ending. Very they're very similar movies, but I went back and I explored Dick Tracy, The Shadow, and The Phantom, and I absolutely love the Shadow movie. I love the music for that movie. I love all the design work. I love the matte paintings for Shadow. The plot, it's so close to like what the Shadow should be, and we're robbed of that because we do fall into these like commentary black holes where these things are bad, like moving forward. And like I always like the pushback is always or the litmus test is almost like ask someone like what should be the order that people watch the Star Wars movies. And the purists will say you start with the original trilogy and you kind of go this way and then you go this way. But that's not the intent. The intent is to start with episode one, right? And it is a different viewing experience. And if you watch episode one, the quality of Revenge of the Sith matches like the quality of the original. Like I'm sorry, like New Hope. And the funny thing is, and these are for people not familiar with it, but then by the time you watch Empire Strikes Back, that movie's going to come off as like odd and dark and dreary and not match the tone. Like Empire more or less matches the tone of Revenge of the Sith, kind of, and then you're like, wow, like why is this a middle movie? I feel like it should be like the end because Revenge of the Sith does work as this like like it builds up into it. So I don't know, like, but we're told these things, and we're told these things are fact. Jason, I'm sorry, you got me on a little bit of a rant here. I should be I should be drawing, right? I really have like 15 minutes left, and I thought I was going to at least complete the inks for this. Son of a gun. But dude, again though, man, happy Saturday. Thanks for hanging out. It's all again, it's always fun. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, happy Saturday, dude. Again, Flatter, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, AKA Patters. I'm still happy with this. But what we need, let me just do this before we get out of here. I need this to be dark. I am not going to live with myself. Like right in here, see? Okay, good. All right, good enough. We got some GE work. I gotta gear up. I just got the text message. AKA Patters, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out.